Alright, you guys, so from the title, I'm going to be making bread today. My name is Misha and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how I make this delicious milk bread, as well as we're going to turn it into a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. Excuse the noise in my back. Clearly I need some batteries, but ignore that. So to my bowl, I'm going to add some sugar, the warm milk, and water that I just heated up on the stove. Mix that up, get it nice and incorporated. Your milk and water needs to be around about 100 degrees to activate your yeast. You're going to sprinkle on your yeast right on top. Remember, all ingredient measurements will be in my description box, so don't worry. Mix that up, let it sit on the counter or wherever for about 5 minutes until it foams up, just like this. And once it foams up, you know your yeast is nice and active and ready to go. To this, I'm going to add some melted butter and 1 egg, and you want to mix this up. Beat it. So I want to make this disclaimer. I actually don't have a hook for my machine, so I had to make this bread by hand. However, if you have a KitchenAid or a stand-in mixer, you would put this flour in your KitchenAid or your stand-in mixer. Right, so you put it in your standing mixer and then you'll be good to go. But I gotta suffer, y'all, because I don't have a hook. But it's all good. You know, I'm used to making breads and doughs and, you know, dumplings. So I know how to knead dough from scratch. So I'm doing it in a bowl. You want to knead this for about 7 minutes. If you have a standing mixer, it's 7 minutes. If you're doing it by hand, it's 7 minutes. Because you want to develop the gluten. So this is what it ended up looking like. And I'm going to put it in a warm place for it to double. This is what it looks like once it doubles. Yes, we're moving right along. You want to knock it down, and this makes two breads. So as you see, I'm going to score it right down the middle. Of course, it's not going to be 100% perfect, but it's perfect enough. You can't mess it up is what I'm saying. So I'm going to butter my little bread pan right here. I didn't want this bread to be super big. You actually could make one big old giant bread, but that's not what I wanted here. So I'm making 2 regular size bread. So I'm going to form it, put it in my pan, and allow it to rise one more time in the back. This is an egg and some water. Beat it. We're going to brush the bread with it. And yeah, so I can't wait to y'all. First of all, this bread was really delicious and soft. This is what it looks like once it rises. Again, you want to brush it with some melted butter, brush it with the egg wash, pop it in the oven, and I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like. Ooh, baby, look at this bread, y'all. It came out so perfect. Yes, it has its little imperfections here and there, but that's why it's homemade. So now let's move on to the sandwich. You want to let your bread chill, by the way. Let it sit on the counter or wherever for a few hours just to let it relax and come down. So I'm going to make bacon, egg, and cheese. That's my bacon, my egg, and my cheese in the back. Now I'm just going to slice this bread up. Look how good this bread looks. It held its shape, held its form. It's nice and soft. Like I said, it has its imperfections, but that's what homemade bread is. And so yes, I'm going to slice a few slices because I'm going to make about 2 sandwiches. I'm cutting it about a 1/4 inch thick. You can make them thinner if you want to. This is a close-up of it. You can see the little nooks and crannies. It looks just like store-bought bread, literally. So I'm going to toast up my bread, and then we're going to cook the bacon and make the sandwich. Alright, so to season the eggs, I'm going to use Spicy Girl because it is low in sodium, so I can use that. I suggest not using salt. This is a sandwich with all kinds of bacon on it, but if you want salt, put salt and pepper, it's fine. So this is what the egg looks like. Close up. I'm going to flip it and add my cheese. Now, the only cheese I had in my house was Swiss cheese. And I don't know what happened between the cross between the bread and the cheese. It was so delicious, you guys. And I don't regret using the Swiss cheese. I think it's because of the flavor of the bread. Honestly, it was just so delicious. So my husband loves ketchup, so I added some ketchup to the bread. I didn't want to add mayo. I feel like that's too much. But clearly you guys can add whatever you want to or nothing at all. It's enough going on here. So I'm going to add my egg down and all my bacon. And this is what the bread looks like. Look at that perfectly golden crust on the bread. You cannot tell me that this was homemade. It looks like you bought it from the store. And, you know, like I said, so it's easy to make. It takes some time. It does. But it is what it is. Don't forget to check out my description box for more information. I always put everything there that you guys need. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I'll catch you on my next one. Bye, y'all.